Let's be seated. Thank you, Jesus. You are welcome once again. I don't know why, but then I feel like welcoming you over and over and over again. You are welcome. And you guys are looking awesome. I want to believe that we now come to church these days not because we are religiously bound to come to church, but we come to church because we have an understanding of the fact that we are personally related to God and wants to draw from his strength day by day. Per our natural existence, the person you spend more time with, you become. If you spend more time with an enemy, you become that enemy. That is why it is advisable not to help your enemy change you, because you might not physically spend time with your enemy, but the words that your enemy has spoken is dwelling with you in your house every day, anytime. And whenever your enemy wants to trigger something or control you, they just speak. And all the day you are thinking about what that enemy said and what they didn't say well and how you can go at them and everything. If it continues for a while, before you realize, you have become like your enemy. Most of the children that spend time blaming their father and hating them for not taking care of them end up becoming irresponsible. Can I say that again? Check the records. Those that decide that, okay, my father didn't take care of me, but life is about me and what I can make of it, so I'll do my best and survive. Those people become very responsible. But the people that always put the, hey, my father didn't take care of me, and they live with that for a long time, you realize they are becoming who they are blaming. So I want you to always find it pleasurable to come to church. And when you come, make sure you have an encounter with God that rubs on you before you go home. Are we together? People that stays in there, especially people that stays under my ministration, becomes more beautiful and handsome. Oh yeah. Wow, check it specs, you know. You realize that you are changing because the words that you hear every day you become. So don't just listen to me and end it here, but when you go home, take the scriptures and go into them. Take the recordings, keep playing them. Spend time with what you know is good that can affect you. If you want to be rich, you have to hate poverty and also hate those that love poverty. Can I say that again? If you want to be rich, you have to hate poverty and hate those that love poverty. You cannot tell me you are righteous and all your friends are drunkards. One day you will become a drunkard. Show me 5 rich people that you are a friend to, and I'll tell you you'll be the seat person in no time, because you are what you become. I intentionally choose my friends. There are people, when they come around me, everything they talk about is negative. They point out the wrong. Why did you do this? Why are we not doing this? Why is this like this? Why is this happening to me? Why am I going through this? So I don't bring them close to myself, because I don't want to end up in the presence of God with why. If you are a child of God, your prayer should be, let it be. Not why is it not? Because we have not been called to ask questions, we have been called to solve problems. So if there is no peace in your house, the question of why there is no peace should only be asked when you are investigating. And you should be moved to solve the problem, not asking questions. Can I go further? How can you hear these words and still be the same? Understand that you are what you hear. So when God came on the scene in the book of Genesis, the Bible says, and God said, let there be. God did not say, angels, why have you left the place to be dark? Why? No, the first thing he did was to call the solution to the problem. Let there be light. And I was born into a poor family, and I have nobody to help me. And in this life, if you don't have helper, now you they suffer. You are talking. All that you have said has not added one solution to the problem you exist or you dwell in. I was born into a poor family. Why is life like this? God does not put the brightest light in the brightest place. The brightest light in this world is put in the darkest place so that it can shine and bring light in that place of darkness. The same way God does not put his strongest warriors in the weakest part of the battle. Where they are dangerous opponents, that is where God entrusts powerful warriors to be there. If you are born in a family that has no money, it means that you have it in you to produce money and end the poverty in that family. If you are born in a family of confusion and obscurity, it means that God has entrusted you into that family to become that person that will clear the confusion and raise a generation that goes after God. What am I trying to say? It is true that you've been born into a family where there is no hope, but it might be that God introduced you to that family to be the hope of that family, and until you manifest, your children will also grow and complain the same way you are complaining. So ladies and gentlemen, I want us to begin to understand the wisdom of God based on where he has placed us and where he wants us to be and what we must do to get there. You were not born with gold, but gold can come out of you. You were not born with power, but power can come out of you. You were not born with grace, but grace can come out of you. None of my parents are men of God or women of God, but they have produced a man of God like me. And my children from here will be children of power. They are going to operate in dimensions and become the light of the world. You are the one that God has called to that family to bring hope. If you give up, we are finished. So you better mount up with wings and become who God wants you to become in that family. Now it asks, the question is like, how then will I become? Because the truth of the matter is, where I am right now and where my family is right now, I need to go to school in order to effect a change. You see, when you begin to draw a path in your life, that will be the only way to deliver yourself and your family, and you don't look at any other option, it becomes difficult. We have been told that the only way out is for you to go to school. That is the only way you can make money, right? So whilst we were young, even those days, they didn't allow us to play football. In my days when I was young, I'm not part of the Gen Zs though. Those days when we were young, when you play football and you're kobolo, you are useless in the family. When you, especially after playing, we are sweating and we are holding our football boots and we are walking home. The women that are, the way they will be watching you, the these children have nothing proper to do in this life. But then when you dress, you are going to school and your knicker is on your stomach and you have tucked in and you have pulled your socks to like your knee, and the socks must also be white and the shoe must be black and then you are walking gentle, holding some this thing on your bag, and your bag must be packed with books you will not read in school. And then it's like whilst you are walking, the bag is weighing you, so the walking is like this. It's like you are going forward, you are going back. That is how, when they see you like that, even when your head is not good, the viare chomele de viasila. This boy has a future. Then people started realizing how 21-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo started chopping money. Now our parents will go to market, and when they are coming back, they buy case 5. Because now they realize that the only way to make money was not school, but there are different ways to become great and to manifest. And that thing has been in our mind. These days, we only know, according to what we were taught, that the only way to keep building your wealth is to keep money in the bank. You know, keeping money in the bank is for poor people. You see, you don't know. Keeping money in the bank is for poor people. Those people that don't know. Major ways of keeping your money is not in the bank. But that kind of investment has been exposed to only the elite. So, you see, we have financial gurus among us here. It is either you buy bond, you invest in estate, or you invest in minerals. So there are things that don't depreciate. Something like gold, it can never lose value. Never. It can only gain value. When you invest in the bank, they also take your money and invest in real estate. So the profit of the real estate is what they give back to you. When you think you have money in the bank, maybe you have bypassed a house that your money bought. Or maybe you are even living in a rented apartment that your own money bought. But we can't teach you these things because you have been traditionally configured to understand only one way of existence. And now it is becoming clear that you can have masters and you can have PhD and you can be a professor and be very poor. We are now getting to know that. Can I go further? Okay. So I want to teach you some few things that will make you understand your reason in this life. I have a way of thinking. When somebody comes into my life, I look at what value I can give the person. If the person cannot take any valuable thing from me, I don't expect my relationship with the person to last long. And if the person does not see the value he can get from me, I don't see why I should be with you. Because no one really or truly loves you except you are of value to them. It is only God that loves us when we had no value. Apart from that, never ever think in this your life that the man loves me because he loves me. When you ask a man or a woman, why do you love me so much? And he tells you, I don't know, I just love you. The same way he doesn't know why he loves you is the same way he can leave you without knowing. I don't know why all of a sudden I just don't want to be with you again. I feel like leaving you alone. Yeah. There should always be a value attached to you that causes someone important in your life to be attracted to you. So you ask yourself, why is this person in my life? If you cannot lay hands on it, be careful. It is a matter of time. That relationship, whether it is in business, whether it is marriage, it will not survive. It is only God that even when we are useless, he still loves us and draws us close. Even with God, can I go further with that? Even with God, even though we have no value for him, he first picks us and puts his own self, which is his value system, in us and love us based on that. So for God to love us, he has to come down. Can I put it? Can I go further with you? Can we go this rabbit hole? Now, for God to love us, what he did was that he has to first take himself, put himself on the cross, become a decentralized force for everybody to now accept him. When you accept him, his love for you is now based on the value of his son. Even God. So for God to love you, he needed to create value in you. And now you think that a man whose heart is evil, whose mind is corrupted, will love you for love's sake. Hey, Kwame, now what is that? Just love you like that. So somebody say, when this woman came into my life, I realized everything in me changed. That is the value. There are some people, their men can go out and cheat. Their men can go out and sleep with other women. You can be the best side chick. But when you mention marriage or mention his wife, he will leave you. Because we have value and we have satisfaction. What is your value in this life? What is your value in this church? Even when I went to that community meeting, they didn't give me a proper seat. The truth of the matter is, whether they give you seat or not, the thing can continue. But there are people that if they don't appear at the meeting was not successful because of their value system. Christians will move by faith, forgetting that everything that that happens around us is based on our value. Can I prove to you? The Bible says that Jesus is the vine and we are the branches. But any branch that refuses to bear fruit, he will cut off and put it in fire. Your value in this life is based on the fruit you bear. What is the fruit you are bearing? And let me tell you something. Your value must never deplete. It must either remain consistent or you increase it. There are people that when they came to this church, within the space of 3 weeks, 4 weeks, they got access to me. Not because of anything. When they came, they were not looking for me first. The first thing they did was to look for something in the church they can do. And when they started doing it, I was under obligation to meet them. Because when you pick something in this church to do, I have to direct you on how to do, because the vision is mine. So I am under obligation to now meet you and tell you, let's do. Am I not talking to you? People are smart. In everything you do in this life, look to make yourself needed. Make yourself valuable. When a man tells you that the main reason why I love you is because you are beautiful, because tomorrow something can happen and that your beauty will leave you. Will the man still love you? Oh, Shame. So, Shame. Man should be able to tell you a value that is rare in women, a value that is rare in that company, a value that is rare in that church, that when you are not around, everything begins to become unbalanced. Every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away. No. He taketh away. And every branch that beareth fruit, he oh my God, he purgeth it, that it may bring forth more fruit. So you see, the main reason why I left the church is because the pastor is focusing on some few people. No. God is focusing on few people. Immediately you show sign of bearing fruit, the attention of the farmer comes to you. Bear fruit. Become valuable. Become valuable. I have an assignment, and one day I am going to meet the judge of all. And then I have somebody around me that is making sure that assignment is okay. And somebody thinks he needs my attention because he's my brother. Oh, yeah, Baba. Yeah. No. The value that I place on my wife is based on the value she has shown me. People say, hey, you are doing well, or you are allowing your wife to also preach. My greatest office is this place. God will judge me based on anything that goes on here. Anybody are allowed to stand here. When I go home, God asks me questions. So she doesn't stand here because she's my wife. I'm putting her there because she's qualified. She has proven to me that, number one, I am her head. She has proven to me, number two, what I teach her, she takes it. She has proven to me, number three, I am the leader of the vision and she is there to support me. Number four, she has studied to show herself approved. That I will not put her here for her to misinform the people of God. She's here because she's qualified. The main reason reason why you don't see most of the pastors standing on the pulpit is because of the high standard of value I place here. So when I even tell them to be on the pulpit, they say no. Let me send them out and go and see the way they will preach out there. But when it comes here, they are shaking because of the value I place on this altar. The value that you show to your man and the value you show to your woman is how they hold you. In your company right now, what is your value? They can replace you at any given time. Some of you, your value is not heavy enough that money can buy it. Money can buy your value at any time. I know I'm very valuable. I know I have friends that don't like me because I'm not the kind of person that will be on phone with you and be talking. Hey, hello, Charlie. How far now? Charlie, I saw you one day. Charlie, Brahma bread. I won't do that with you. So I know they don't like me. But the truth of the matter is, you cannot get my kind from anywhere. I'm the only one in the market. So you are forced to be with me and get what I give you than go out there. Value. Sometimes I'm boldly able to tell my wife, if you leave me, there is no man that can be with you like I do. It's not because of anything, value. I know the value I present to her. And she's bold enough to also tell me, nobody can be like me. Why? She knows the value she presents. When a man asks you, a woman, what you bring to the table, he wants to see your value. Some men can never leave their wives because when everywhere is chaos and they get to the house, they have come into a sanctuary of peace. That peace of mind is what keeps them. That value, they cannot get it anywhere. People pay money to have peace. So they go to safaris to go and sleep at the beach side just because they want peace. So imagine you are a woman and you can carry the whole safari into your bedroom and give your man that peace. There is nothing that he cannot give you. But no. Once your man is gone, you are reminiscing over the things he said. Papa, you can't say my picture. Oba betumu ofi o yare papa hwe me na menye ho na menye nyame adom me sofo kura na ene oba betumu ofi. Once the man is out there, something is telling him, my brother, you no go stay out small. There is fire on the mountain. So the woman will be there. See, when the man is not coming home early, take phone. So when you kwasi asema wudi inti waka krom, odi akaho, kaho. Na eya den ya ubebe fie. Immediately another person comes in the picture and give your man that peace. You have lost him. Immediately another woman comes in the picture, or another man comes in the picture and give your wife that leadership quality. You have lost your wife. So most of the time, we have this problem going on in life where wives respect their pastors more than their husbands. It's a problem. And it is an honest problem because women by nature, even though they might think they are self-reliant and they are independent, Women by nature wants leaders in their lives. I say leaders, not tyrants. You know, African kind of leadership is that you are like a cattle, a head of cattle moving on. They are holding cane. They are going. That's the kind of leadership we know. So the men in our community believes that when you are going wayward, they should be able to hit you or slap you in a way, and then your head will reset. That's not the kind of leadership women want. A woman wants to sit with you and realize that you have become heavy in mind. Number one, you are able to create a path for her to follow. Number two, you are a role model of what she wants to be. Number three, you are better than the man she's looking up to. Number four. So never go and marry a woman you know you cannot be better than his father. Let me speak to this people. These people are not. Let me talk to this people. Every woman in this house, their first role model is their father. Either their father or their elder brother. You are going to marry. The elder brother is a chief executive officer of 3 different companies. Uchi Truck and Koho and Fa. Although be anywhere the lady might consider you for the first few years. After that, whatever they say is what works in that house, because you are not a leader compared to the leader she knew all her life. Marry from a family you can match up or become better than the father. When you speak, the wife should be able to see that that even when I have a problem, I don't need to go to my father. I just need my husband, and I get it. The woman will see you as a leader, value you, and make sure that she protects you all with everything she has. Awaria dia yodo oboa odo nankasa kra wo die gina so. Are we together? Are you enjoying the service? Are you learning something? So ask your brother or your sister by your side. Ask the person, what is your value? Ask them what is your value? Over the years, some men saw beauty as value because it has something he did for them. Men, we have some foolish ego. Me myself, I don't understand. No, sometimes we just enjoy it when you go out and then somebody says, wow, hey, your wife is beautiful. You don't know what that does to men. It is mixed feeling. We get angry at the guy and we also get happy that our wife is being seen. 2 different feelings. Yenya papa. Your value will tell where they put you. Some of you, your value is that you can cook better than any restaurant out there. So it doesn't matter how far your husband goes, he comes back to eat your food. If that is your only value, it is time to upgrade. Somebody say upgrade. Somebody say upgrade. Yeah. To value, somebody asked me, yeah, Apostle, I've tried my best this life, I've done everything I can, but it is not working. The truth of the matter is, let me talk about the second thing. You can never give what you don't have. You can never give what you don't have. You have no value, don't try it. It is annoying when people that don't have value try to be valuable. It's very annoying. Your value determines your price. Your value determines what? Your price. So the same water, let me say Vortic, that is put in sachet, the same water has a different value. The one that is put in plastic bottle has a different value, and the one that is put in a bottle has a different value. Who can give me the price of the one that is put in that the bottle, the glass bottle? The price for is around 100 and something, and the one that is put in the plastic bottle is around 350 pesos, and the one that is put in sachet is how much? 50 pesos. Value. It does the same work. It quenches thirst. Even when people see you drinking sachet water, they put you at a particular stage. Hey, don't joke with value in this life. At the all night, the guy came here and he said when he went the first day without a car, they treated him anyhow. The next day he went with a car, the treatment was different. It is called value. It is called what? Value. The main reason why some of you lost contract is because of the way you dressed when you were going for the bidding. Oh, me, I just like to look simple. Even look at Elon Musk, he looks simple. You don't understand. Elon Musk, the watch he's wearing when he's looking simple is $3 million. Watch is $3 million. The t-shirt he's wearing that is making him look simple, the t-shirt alone is $500. Let me say $500. The jeans he's wearing that is making him look simple, let's say it's $1,000. His jeans alone is more expensive than all the clothing somebody is wearing. So when he appears, and you know class recognizes class. When he appears and they see the watch he's wearing, immediately their defense is broken. And sometimes they even say, wow, is that this? Then they mention the name of the watch. Then he said, oh yes, it's one of my collections. Wow. They've already started speaking their language. You are sitting here. I didn't see that 3 million go watch, so I didn't measure my time. Kabia ya car, Picanto ya car, Benz also ya car. I didn't see that my kwakotena meme no ma turn aboard. I didn't so yen na ya ko baby for akon. O dry pon when the ever call. You don't know value. Don't know value. Your appearance, the way you look, the way you talk, can present you or preach your message 50% before you even start speaking. You are going to meet someone. Do you know that there are men that respect women just because they smell good? There are men that respect women only because they smell good. Your marriage is not working. To add salt to wound, you still leave the man and go and pray. You think everything is demonic. man saw, whatever the man valued that made him marry you, don't lose that value. Increase it. Make it powerful. Whatever God saw that made him call you, don't lose that value. Keep it and God will keep using you. Whatever God saw that he put money in your hands, don't stop doing that. Don't lose that value before God, and God will keep blessing you. Some of you gave a sacrifice that caused God's heart to turn towards you, and when you got the money and God started blessing you, all of a sudden you think the sacrifice you gave that brought God's attention to you is enough to cover for the rest of your life. It's a lie. That was a value system you have created, and for that value system to continue, you need to keep doing what you did to bring God's attention to you. Because if you don't, God will raise another person and your money will not become enough for you anymore. Because value is not based on what the money is talking about, but it's based on what somebody has given that money. Dollar bill is just a paper until somebody took it, designed it, and said it is now capable of purchase. It is now a purchasing power. I can pick any of you and anoint you here and declare you a financier, and heaven is under obligation to make sure you are blessed. That is value. That is value. I called. It's okay. But value. Somebody say value. What is your value? In this generation, what is your value? And your value is quantified by what you can give, not what you can take. Can I say that again? Your value is quantified by what you can give, not what you can take. Because immediately you take, you become a liability. But what can you give that no one can replace you? There are people that when I sit down with them, I feel comfortable, because all we talk about is a church building, how God is doing well. You do know why I'm anointed? It's not because I pray a lot. It's not because I fast a lot. It is not because I am too good and I do anything. The main reason why I am anointed and God trusts me is because when it comes to value, God is my number one. I value God more than anything. I can sacrifice anything for God. Yeah. Somebody will ask, even mommy, she knows. My wife knows. You ask her. My wife knows that when God says, give your wife to me now, tomorrow she's going. Oh no, she's aware. She will do the same thing to me, so she knows. When I have to give something to God and she also needs something, I tell her, madam, God said we should. In other words, you are number two. God is number one. Hear, O Israel, for the Lord thy God is number one. And that is my scripture. Here, I tell myself, here, oh Gavi, the Lord thy God is your first choice. No matter what, in my marriage, in my business, in my ministry, God comes first. And anything that keeps my focus on God, anything that helps me please God, also comes first. I don't joke with people that are helping my ministry survive. I don't joke with people that are helping me come out with what God has said. I don't. And the best way to make sure that you become my enemy is when you fight what God has said concerning my life. Number one. Number two, when you touch my wife. Number three, my children. Apart from these three, we are okay. Can touch anything, I can forgive you. But these three, God, my wife, my children, don't go there. It's not because of anything, no, it's value. It's value. When it comes to God, and she knows she cannot outweigh God, so she doesn't stand in the way. When I told her that we are selling the Mercedes Benz to buy the land for the church, she didn't stand in my way. If it is another woman, God himself knows that he gave us a car to use and he's taking it back. What kind of a God is this? Are you sure God said? When it comes to God, don't ever stand in the way of my God, because without him, I'm nobody. So when it comes to God, forget, don't try it. And the way I feel about God, that's the way he feels about me. The value you place on God is the same value he places on you. Are we together? You cannot give what you don't have. So some of you are trying to give value that you have not yet acquired. Let's read this scripture, the book of Acts. Acts 3 verses. Then Peter said, silver and gold have I none. So you can see a broke man of God that has power. And you can see a rich man of God that is bankrupt when it comes to power. And you can also see a man of God that is rich and also powerful. So you decide which one you need in your life. Maybe you are already rich, so you need a man of God that has power. Now when you go to such man of God, he will take your money and give you the power. I'm teaching you something, and it's a spiritual transaction that happens automatically. Not that they will take your money that you become poor. You are still rich, but by you in their life, they begin to become powerful financially, whilst they also use the power God has given them to protect you and make you powerful as well. Are we together? Okay. So when you are going to a church, look at yourself and ask yourself, what is my problem? So Peter said, I don't have the gold or the silver you are asking of me, but what I have, that is what I'll give to you. You cannot give what you don't have. He said, in the name of Jesus, rise up and walk. And that one, he gave it to him. The guy rose up and he walked. If you remember here, you don't like money, this is not your church. If you're a member here, you like money, you don't like power, this is not your church. I am anointed to make rich, also anointed for power. It is not possible for you to get close to me and not experience an overflow. It is not possible, because I have it. It has been given to me. I have it. But sometimes the ideas I will give you, the things I will tell you, it doesn't make sense. When you meet a man of God that is blessed with wealth, his motivation and what drives him or what determines his value is not money. You realize that man is something above money. You don't get it, eh? The strength of every man is in his members, not the church building he has put up. That doesn't mean I'm not going to make that building beautiful, but we will do it stressless. Build value. Build value. Build value. Somebody say value, 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 value. Great thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Morning by morning, new mercies I see. All I have needed, thy hands have provided. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Morning by morning, new mercies I see. Kadamaha. All I have needed, thy hands have provided. Great is thy faithfulness. And you must be proud. You are in Mega Life. You must be very happy. Because the value system that we have before God is crazy. Let me tell you something. If God, it's not every work you see that the church is doing that is the work of God. No. The work of God is what He has instructed the man of God to do. Okay. So if God has not asked us to build a church and I'm building, now we go suffer. And if you do it, God is not under obligation to bless you because He didn't order it. God is not just anyone that is there. No, I have to hear God. And before we realize, we bought the land. The filling we did, the flow we did recently, what was the total amount we used? 33,000. After we finished the flow, we were shocked about the kind of things that went on. Do you people realize that the work we did from morning before we went to break, the guys that were there, after eating and we came back, we did more work. How did the work move so fast? Angels came to aid. And everyone that was there, everyone that worked, everyone that was part of it, every guy that went there, you will have a notable miracle. You will have it. One of the signs you used to know that God has sent somebody is that God does the work without any support. Before you realize it is done. Never be disappointed if you have not built value and people disrespect you. Don't be disappointed, because valueless people are disappointed in every place they find themselves. So mega people, with this understanding, go out there and build value. How do you build value? Number one, know who you are. Who are you? Because you cannot go. You see, the value of the medical doctor is foolishness when he enters the mechanic shop. Have you noticed that? He has been to school for 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, 7 years. But when he goes to the mechanic shop, he puts his hand at his back. The mechanic is able to tell him even a lie. Or gasket na shit. I see a tough from. The doctor is not aware of anything about cars because he has built value only on the medical field. Number one, who you are will determine the kind of value you should build. And after building that value, number two, you need to get the location where your value can be appreciated. Location is key to appreciating your value. You cannot put your value to use when you are in the wrong location. So what has God called you to do? If you discover that calling, you build value around that, and you look for people that are hungry for your calling. Are we together? Are you following? Yes. So there are some of you and a company where it's because you are in the wrong location. The value you have, they cannot see it. The value you have, they cannot see it. So you move to a place where your value is noticeable. Number 3, don't strive to become known when your value is unpolished. Some of you have raw value. Somebody will take you valueless when your value is unpolished. So, you know the gold. When they bring out gold, it doesn't look like gold. It's like just a stone. Then they will take it through several processes, and then the gold begins to gain value. With each process, the value of the gold increases until it gets to 24 karat. When the gold has been refined to its epic, it is 24 karat. Then that gold now will have more value than 16 karat. So some of you are still unrefined. You are good with prayer, but you don't know what to do with prayer. You are not refined. You don't know scriptures. You don't understand how prayer works. Some of you are musicians in the choir. You can sing, but you don't know anything about music. You think it's all about holding microphone and no. You need to learn the language of music. You need to learn the culture of music. You need to understand how music works. When you know all these things and you step somewhere, immediately the place begin to look at your value and begin to value you. Don't cry for attention when you don't have value. When people give you the attention and they realize there is no value there, the disrespect they were giving you before, they will increase it. Value. Never meet your destiny helper unprepared, because your destiny helper is not going to help you in a vacuum. Your destiny helper is going to help your value, not you. Have you ever met somebody that has money to help and he asks you, do you have any business idea? And you're like, oh no. And the person never helped you again. So your location matters. You are selling pop in Zongo. Zongo di ankase kose tatale wache sanya mano. Your location. So it is not all about I am going to church, I'm praying, I'm believing God to give me a breakthrough. No. Christians, we are getting it wrong. It is a no. And when you go to a spiritual father's life and he follows you and does things for you, and you are beginning to get breakthroughs, don't be afraid to tell him. Don't keep things from you, especially when God is beginning to. Because immediately it gets into my knowing, there is some kind of protection that falls upon the thing. Look, let me tell you something. God, can I show you something? Who is the head of this church? I'm the one, right? Okay. Do you know that the ear is on the head? You know the eye is on the head. The nose is on the head. The mouth is on the head. The 5 senses, 4 of them are on the head. In fact, 5 of them are all on the head. But just that only one of them goes around all the body, which is the sense of touch. So when I touch this part of your body, you feel that I've touched you. But apart from that, when the head is not there, the body cannot hear, the body cannot speak, the body cannot see, the body cannot smell. So whatever your hand is holding, make sure your head knows. It is only the head that can sense danger is coming and tell your body how to keep it safe. Don't ever have breakthroughs and keep it from me. So God can do it for you, but you need to be very vocal. You see, you cannot hide your sickness from your doctor. You will die. You don't hide yourself from your pastor. I am designed to see your weakness and still love you. That is my design. Don't hide yourself from your pastor. Some of you think I don't know you. If I start reading your story, you'll be shocked though. So you cannot hide yourself from your doctor. Open up yourself to the person. Talk to the person. Tell the person your problem. When you are beginning to see good, because if you don't tell me that the problem I'm giving you medicine for is going, I'll keep giving you the same medicine, and too much of that medicine can give you another problem. Yes, so you have to talk to me. So yes, that is it. Build value. Somebody say value, 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 value. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Morning by morning, new mercies I see. All I have needed, thy hands have provided. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Morning by morning, new mercies I see. Kadamaha.